Good afternoon. Ready for episode 67? Is that right? Of the Spare Change Challenge. And we're playing again here on Ignition Poker as always, trying to run our spare change up from $25 to as high as we can get. Guess the sky is the limit, right? We're just going to keep managing the bankroll and keep moving up. And keep playing higher and higher stakes. I guess until what? We hit $1 million? I don't know. Probably won't want to keep too much money online, but I don't know, I've been kind of thinking, when did we call the challenge officially over, right? I mean, when we hit 1,000 an L? I mean, um, maybe play 10,000 hands at 1,000 an L? I don't know. Maybe bankroll hits 25 grand, I cash out until I just leave just enough to keep playing 10 an L, 1,000 an L? I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. 'Cause I guess there technically has to be an end. I mean, I'm going to take my shot at 1,000 L when I hit 10 grand. I mean, that's still too far in the future to even worry about, but I don't know. Something to start thinking about at some point. We'll just lead with the ace high. Maybe get somebody off fives by the river. Who knows? Maybe they just fold a better ace right now. Oh, I got a call, a limp call here. Okay, ace king. Just need a deuce. Not a 10, not a 10. Oh no, not a 10. I knew that was a bad card. Gave him so many more outs. God. Oh well. That sucks. Alright, well. It's only 25 an L. It's just the first all in. We were ahead. He had to get there. Not much else we can do, right? Not much else we can do. Guess we'll lead this. Backdoor flush draw. Gut shot. Oh, actually, we don't have a gut shot, do we? Yeah, we don't have a gut shot. I misread that hand, didn't I? Yeah. So I guess we'll just give up now. I mean, actually, we do improve slightly on that turn, but yeah, I kind of thought we had a gut shot there. Not that it really matters. I mean, whatever. I think we'll take it down the flop often enough that's still fine. It's not like a huge problem there. Just a little misread of my hand. If you're going to make mistakes, make them for very small amounts. That's usually the best way to go. Three, four, five, six. We are open-ended. I mean, how we have a club draw. I guess we bet again. We don't. I mean, maybe we get him off of 4 or something like that. Yep. I'm thinking we get to 1,000 an L. We'll call the spare change challenge a success, and then we'll set another challenge, right? Like, I don't know. Pick your poison, right? Make 100 grand. I don't know. Play until my graph has me up 1 million. Something like that. I don't know. Something fun. Of course, a million, that might take me a couple, 3, 4 years. Maybe I'll just go in small increments. Maybe we'll do 100,000 first and then go from there. I think I still bet this turn. It doesn't have to have a diamond draw. You know? Maybe some universe he folds an 8. I don't know. Apparently we're in the right universe because it happened. Yeah, I'm not liking this table. Goodbye. Sayonara. Hasta la vista. Adios. Buenos noches. I'm out of ideas. I mean, most of those were Spanish anyway. Spanglish. Ah, sucker. Here's our two-handed table. Let's see what that looks like. Two shorties. Okay. Bring it on. I was just thinking in my head, if this guy tank raises, it's like, what do? Do I just ship? I mean, I'm obviously going to at least call, I think. Yeah, I'm going to call. Play a flop. It hits his 3-betting range pretty well. I mean, I guess, I could turn my hand into a bluff and try to get him off queens, but that's like a tiny part of his range. I mean, if he's in a strictly value range, he's going to have aces, kings, jacks, queens, ace, king, ace, X. I mean, I think it's just a fold. Fold. I think I raise here. I probably have the best hand quite often. It's going to be very hard to play if I don't raise, but now it becomes very easy once he calls and I hit a 7. Alright. I would be betting that turn if I did not hit another 7. Okay, so we're going to lead this. And we're just going to bet again. And, wow, okay. Do we try to get some value from some 2 pairs? I think we have to. I don't think checking is good because he's going to check back 8-7, whereas he'll call that, and he'll only shove straight, a better straight. So, it plays pretty easy if I do that. I don't think I'll play 3-handed any longer. Shove this. I got 2 hands all in at the same time. Can I get 2 calls at the same time? It'd be funny if this is ace-king and this is queens. I've had that happen many times and I've lost both and I've won both. So, oh wow, that's pretty sick. Hey, we got a chance. King, baby. Okay. It does pair. Oh, we don't have to reload. We still have $1. That's a little bonus there. If you're going to run into aces, only lose less than your stack. It's pretty sweet. That's one thing that's already happened this month a lot more than it did last month. I honestly don't remember it hardly happening at all. Is us running hands like ace king into aces. But it's happened a few times this month. Yeah, thanks, Mr. All-In David. I appreciate the sentiment. Glad to see somebody's paying attention and watching. So I'm not just doing this for my health, right? So I have an open ender and bottom pair. Probably have the best hand. Don't want to get blown off my equity. I think I have to protect my hand now. And I still have outs in case he does have like a 9x in calls. So he could definitely have a flush now. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. He could also have just like ace 5, ace 8, ace 9, something like that. So there's a lot of value hands he can have. It's very hard for him to have like just 8-7 or something like that. I think he would check all those hands. I think even if he has just an ace high, and he hit an ace, I think he's just going to check as well. So I think there's very few bluffs in his range here, I think. Very few bluffs in his range. So I have to fold. Very good. We have $1. We have $1. Do we just shove or do we like min raise? I don't know. I think we'll just shove. I mean, the blinds are like 20, 35% of our stack. Got a chance. Ace or a heart, please. Okay. It was $1. So we've lost 2 all-ins on this table. We only lost 1 buy-in. I guess that's fine. Let's pull this table up. Yada yada. Ooh, that's 5-0. What am I doing? I thought, man, this is some short stacks, but yeah, I think they're all full stacks, just the wrong stake. Give me that seat. I got a good feeling about this table. I don't know why. Something gives me a good feeling about this table. Not liking this one so much. This one's good, I think. Okay, how do we play this? I think it plays much easier with a check raise or just lead out on favorable turn cards, or actually lead out on pretty much almost all turn cards. That was definitely worth a snort there. That's like one of the few turn cards I don't want to see. Can we still get value from like 9, 10, queen, 10? I don't know. I still have to bet fold, I think. I mean, he's just going to have a jack here sometimes, right? I mean, but I don't think he raises anything but a jack. So, yeah, well, actually, you know what? We just got really lucky on that hand. We got very lucky that he is a fish and did not bet his 2-pair. If he bets his 2-pair, we're going to ship and we're going to lose our whole stack. So, feel pretty fortunate there. That's another benefit of playing with bad players. They get the minimum value when they do make a strong hand. I mean, I understand my check there, but I'm not so sure he understands his check there. Like, what was he trying to accomplish? Do you think this guy is necessarily always going to bet? So, I'm not saying that checking there isn't a huge mistake on his part if he thinks this guy is aggressive, but yeah, whatever. So I think this might be. Do this first. This guy was in the hijack, right? See, button, dead small, cut off, hijack. No read. I think I have to call. I think I lead. I bet this, and I flop the nutter butters here on this heavy wet of a board. I think I can safely bet. I think ace highs can continue here, so I think I have to bet again. And I think it's a check, and I think he'll check back a lot of his ace highs, and I'll be good. Wow. Oh, phew. You know what? I thought that was a straight flush there for a minute. Yeah, there's some straights out there. I think I just overbet shove, and if somebody has a better flush, we have a redraw. Hopefully I won't need that. I just think an 8's going to call me 100% here, so I just think I'm going to go for max value here. If somebody has a better flush, it's just a sick cooler. But I can't just let another card peel. I think I just have to get it in now. I got a bad feeling about this one. I mean, this guy called. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, whatever, right? I hit a flush. I'm not gonna freaking complain here. Yeah, this blows. That's so shitty. I mean, I flopped the nuts. I prefer not hit the flush. You know? Actually, I had outs there, so whatever. Flop the nuts with a redraw and frickin' lose. That's just sick. Yeah. I guess the 6 of spades would have been sweet. Wasn't that a straight flush? We hit one of those yesterday, right? So I think I've dropped 3 buy-ins already here. A little limp behind with the queen 10 suited. What's this guy doing? What kind of shenanigans are this? This guy's been pretty passive so far. I have a gut shot. I can't really fold, right? He could be leading with a flush draw. Do I just try to minimize my loss and just go ahead and raise right now? I think so. I think this is a raise and then call, or he'll shove if he's got me beat. And yeah, so I think we can probably, do we bet the turn? I know there's a lot of 10x's in his range, but I think there's a lot of other stuff in his range too. This pot is so big, I don't want to just get bluffed off my hand on the river. I think I have to bet. This kind of puts him in a shit spot if he has like a 10, weak 10. So I mean, I'm not gonna try and get him off a 10 now. Yeah, I mean he's not folding that after that run out, but oh whatever. I mean, it's a pretty good flop for my hand. I had equities, so I mean, 9 and 8, 7 are all outs for me. I'm gonna go for a check call line here. Now we have a well disguised boat. And we're running like shit this session so far, aren't we? Do I go for a min raise to get more money in the pot? I think so. I mean, I think it's going to look weird for me to raise now that I didn't bet a jack on the flop. So I think I'm going to get more money in here. I think he's going to call me. Hopefully call me with a flush draw. Do I just overbet and just make it look like a bluff, or do I just bet small? I'm going to go for the overbet shove and make my hand look like a bluff. This is going to look really strongly like a bluff. I mean, if he's a thinking player at all, I should never have anything here. I would never shove a flush. I can't have a jack because I didn't bet the flop. So I've either got quads or nothing. Right? So he's got a call even with like pocket 9s here. Maybe some ace highs might hero me because I'm never doing this with 5s. I would think about a call here. I think he's going to fold though. I think he's going to fold. I think he calls with a 3 for sure, but it's hard. I guess he can have a 3. Yeah. So I like the way I played that. So we finally win a decent sized pot. $37, is that our biggest pot yet? Is it? It's $12 more than our starting bankroll, I know that. So I'm guessing he had like 4-3 there or something. It was just a big cooler for that jack on the turn. Oh wow, he had exactly the first hand that I guessed. What did I guess? 9s. I said he's got a call with pocket 9s, and that was his most likely hand. So, I like my overbet. I think he calls, I think he still calls $5 or $6 too. But I think, I mean, his range there has got to be pretty strong, right? He called a min raise on the turn. I mean, that's just screaming strength. But I like the way he thought through the hand. I don't mind his call there. I mean, I think it's a call. So I only have like, how many big blinds here? 15. I think I just raise. I can still fold to a 3-bet here. I think if I was in late position, I would just third it. Bet like a third of my stack. I think we just play a flop with 15 big blinds. There's a lot of boards I can check shove. Like that one, although I won't check shove against this player. I'm just going to commit because he's too passive. I certainly don't mind getting the money in right here because I think we're ahead of just about anything. We're doing really well even against King Jack. Even a set we're doing decent. I hope they don't have those hands. But we're doing okay. What is this table? Sing Spiel. We'll give it a shot. Maybe this is a fish sandwich here. I don't know. I don't know. Wow. Oh, okay. I just completely misread what table I was looking at. I thought I was looking at this table. I was like, man, I'm down $20 on a 25 NL table, but it's a 50 NL table. So, all right, we get Ace King on our first big blind hand on this table. This is the second time this has happened. Please no aces. That would be really sick. How about just have Ace Queen and call? Can we get an easier one? Ace 10's good. All right, no pair on the board. Don't pair the board, I said. Okay, we'll take that. If you're gonna pair, at least bring that same card again. All right, we in business now. We just doubled up twice on a 50 NL table. We might even be up for the session. Small chance. Because this basically cancels this out. And the other one more than cancels out the two 25 NL lost buy-ins. Probably leaving this table. Because our buddy here is sitting out. I guess we'll definitely stay here. We have a 56-19, 2 to our right. And this one's got a 36-9, 2 to our right. I think that's good enough to remain. And this guy just sat down with $10.15. I'm assuming that's his whole bankroll. Not that I'm knocking a $10.15 bankroll. I think our bankroll is 17 at my low point, you know? Maybe even lower. Doesn't it seem like yesterday that we were... we had that big downswing at 25 and L where we were involved in an all-in, where if we lose that all-in, we're moving down. I think we're around $107 we had fallen to. Where if we lose this all-in, we're out. We're back to 5 and L and what was it? Yeah, we're back to what was it? Jesus, I can't even remember. What did we move up to 25 and L? Was it 150? Yeah, and we dropped to 105, so we're gonna have to move back down to 5 and L and 10 and L. But we won that flip, and then just kind of went on a tear at that point. But it literally just seems like, oh man, he's back. I may even post. I think I'll post. I think it's. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. We'll just sit out 3 hands. If he was like a super whale, like 80-0. But yeah, isn't that weird? It just seems like. I feel like if we lost that flip, we might be at like $300 or less now. Because that was a pretty significant. Moving down sucks. Big time. And now we're at damn near 100 an L. And we're at almost a $700 bankroll. So, barring any unforeseen downswings, we should be at 100 an L fairly soon, I hope. Oh man, I don't want to jinx myself. I am knocking on wood. Knocking on wood. This guy is pretty tight so far. This is the first hand he's raised, so I think this is such an easy fold. It's trivial. If he was like 60-40, I think I'd shift the ace-9 after limping right there. Oh, I just realized I have 3 tables up. How about Ferios, whatever that means. Yeah. Well, maybe. Give it a try here. Oh, damn it. Okay, got there. Welcome to those just joining. Good to see you guys. And if you didn't hear about it yet, I am planning to play tonight. There's a free roll at 9 o'clock my time, Eastern U.S. time. Which, if you got a clock and you're in a different time zone, it is exactly 5.5 hours from now. So I'm going to play that free roll and probably take a shot at about 3 or 4 other tournaments as well. So we'll be 4 or 5 tabling some tournaments tonight. So it should be fun. So we fill up a gut shot and king high. I think it's good. I mean, he overbets the pot though, and he's a pretty passive player, so I mean, I think it's pretty trivial fold. It's like he's just protecting like a top pair there most of the time. Wow. This is the second time we flopped the nuts in in not too many hands. I mean, we don't have the flush redraw except on the river now. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that. Damn it. Did I pot it? I didn't want to pot it. That was lazy of me. I wanted to bet like 60 cents. I guess it doesn't matter. They're probably folding to that too. We have showdown value. I'm not going to try and bet somebody off a diamond here after I didn't lead the flop. So we're good probably about 30% of the time here. I have no idea whether that's true or not. I'm just pulling a number out of my ass. I think we can limp this. I would normally make it $2 here, but I only have 8, so certainly want to play the pot though with this guy. I guess I'll fold to this passive fish. Unfortunately, my favorite hand doesn't get there. Well, it's not really my favorite hand. My favorite hand's 10-8 suited, but whatever. Who's keeping track? So I'm going to ship this over this. This guy's pretty tight. I expect to get called probably more than half the time here by his tight-ass range. There's tons of hands worse than mine that'll call, like that one. How about a deuce on the turn? Not a jack. Okay, we'll take that one. Man, I only have 15 big blinds here. I guess we'll have to fold to this tight of a player, though. No fish in the blinds. This guy's probably a fish, though. Yeah, we'll just fold. So we're going to be able to leave this table only down a couple bucks. Give him a couple bucks. So that's a pretty good victory. I'm not convinced this guy's a fish. I would open this, but he's 75.50. I'm gonna leave this table. He's possibly an aggro fish, but I'd rather have a passive fish on my right. I'm gonna look for a better spot. He's the type of fish that's just gonna pound on me blind versus blind, and I just think there's better situations. Get off of this one too. We're gonna evaluate this one in a second. Let me see if I can find another table real quick. Were we just on this Santa Fe? I don't know. Let's check it out. Check it out. It's not too promising. It's a bunch of full stacks, but we'll give it a revolution. This might be a good table. Wish I could see this guy's hand. This guy won with queen high. I didn't see the action though, so it could have just been one of those raised check down type deals. Yeah, it was a small pot, so. They must set. Now another short stack sat, so let's just do it. Okay, yeah. I think we're good to go here. This table's good. This one unknown. This one's probably not good. Yeah, we'll probably plan on leaving this one. Let them have our $2 and run. think a vacuum we can defend this. Oh yeah. Thank you, baby. I'm flopping good this session. Yeah, I'll open that. I think we just pound. Hopefully he just shoves with like a 9 here. Certainly want to protect that. Don't want to get floated by like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't mind getting floated by gut shots, but I want to make him pay a lot for it. This is probably a call here. Or is it a shove? Actually, it's a shove and a vacuum. I think 3s are just good enough on a squeeze. Flop a gut shot, 3-way. Our stack's kind of tiny here. I don't really want to check and let this guy bet though. I think we'll just bet $1.50. A king or a jack is probably an off card we can commit on, because I think a queen raises us a lot. I mean, he's gonna have some queens in his range, but I think he's also gonna have like small pairs that'll just check down now. And I don't know, maybe a hand like, well, the hands I'm talking about just got there. How many bluffs does he have in his range here? I mean, how many hands is he gonna call this flop with it? Is he just gonna pound in a 9 now if they had like ace 9? And there's ace 9's not really in his range, is it? Maybe it could be. I have blockers against king 10. He snap shove too. He didn't think about it. I can understand. I would think that like a hand like Queen X would just call the flop here to try and keep this guy in, and then they would shove against me on the turn. I'm actually going to give him credit here. And I'm going to follow through on my check shove on this spot. That's a pretty tight fold, but I think it's the correct one. Because if he does, I mean, just what hands are you gonna? Is he gonna turn? Is he gonna turn like a small pair into a bluff there? I don't think so. Not on that card. So I think that card is gonna help me often. I don't think he would expect my stack size to check fold a lot. So I think when he shoves there, it's hardly ever a bluff. I mean, maybe I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Was no flush draws possible, you know, whatever. All right, we got king 10 here. That's probably going in just about every situation here. We're just so short. I think against this guy, it's better to do this and shove any flop. Oh, we're not going to shove that flop, though. Our hand's just too strong to shove that flop. Now for value. Alright, so we basically got it all in there pretty much. I guess if he's calling that turn, we should probably shove the turn. I don't know. Let's go ahead and leave this. I mean, this guy's kind of a fish. Yeah, we'll stay one more because we have a fish here and here. It's probably worthwhile. I'm going to limp this and go for a shove if somebody raises. But I think I'd rather play in position in a limped pot. Otherwise. Yeah, it's fine to raise this too. I mean, insta check back. Give him a chance to pick up something or be more confident in like a 3x hand or something. I don't think I'm getting any value out of worse a lot on this flop. But I think I can now. Am I short enough? If this was suited, it'd be going in or ace 8 or better. I think that's the cutoff. It's probably still slightly plus EV. Maybe. But I think it's pretty gray there. I think Completing is probably just as plus EV as it is shoving, so why not take the low variance route? I think that's a lot of the reason why my graph is is a lot less of this and this and this. It's more this. Now it's not it's hard to explain exactly what I'm talking about here, but there's a lot more ups and downs. I don't have as many my bad days are not as bad as some people. Just because I think I take a lot of the low variance routes that are equally plus EV, and it just makes for a smoother graph. Now, I mean, I could be talking out of my ass here, but that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I like the small bet here. I think it's very, very hard for somebody to continue not raise me with a strong hand, is what I'm saying. I think it's very hard to get bluff raised on that board too on a three-way pot. No fish in the blinds. We're gonna leave. Yeah, we lost our fish in the blinds. I guess we'll just leave this table. We rebuilt a little bit there. We're down to like $4 there. It's kind of an awkward spot. I think we'll check and see what this guy does. I mean, I think it's gonna be pretty clear what to do on the turn. If this guy bets, we can just get it in. And if this guy raises now, we may find a fold. I don't know. I'm still just putting it in versus this guy. Because he'll just have a naked spade or nothing here a lot of the time. And he could just fold too. Probably should have stayed on that table, honestly. We'll keep the tables rotating in though. Don't mind it at all. Here's a 50 and L, that's even better. We were on that one. Try this one. Go here. Here. Okay. Alright. Get off of this one, I guess. Santa Fe. Tide, there we go. Oh. I guess we were already washing with bleach a minute ago. How about we just wait? Are we on Vance? I don't know. We're gonna try though. Looks like a good table. Yeah. Short stack, less than full, less than full. Big stack, mid, no, mid stack, close to big stack. That was, I think, a fishy looking hand there and a fishy looking spot. Queens! Man, we're picking up some monsters on our first hand at tables. That's good. Okay, we got a raise and a call. I think first hand at the table, we just can blast away and just make it look like we're a fish sitting down. This guy's gonna call. Yeah. High? So many outs! So many outs! No! God. Oh man, what's going on here, guys? Not much I can say on that queen-queen hand. I mean, shit. Definitely not running as good this month. We weren't really losing those last month. But at least we know it's a good freaking seat, right? As long as this guy sticks around. I mean, shit, we just gotta wait for a hand better than Queen 7, apparently, and just get the money in. My god, man. It's very, very hard to make a flush. And I had one of his outs, too, so there weren't that many spades left in the deck with my spade in my hand. He gets 3 of the 13 spades out there. Oh well. We have the aces. Um, this guy's 0-0 over. I mean, we could ship this, but I think it looks strong no matter what we do. I think a small 3-bet's better. In this spot. We'd like him to call with like ace jack, and I think he just folds that. Not that he's gonna have that often, but small pairs, queen jack, king jack, might be willing to call. I think on this heavy wet of a board, we just ship the flop. Hope he doesn't have 3s or 9s. That would suck. Jacks, I think, going pre-flop, so I'm not really too worried about that. It's possible, though. Ace jack. All right, we hold. So we get our monies back from this fiasco. Get our money in very good. That is so freaking... That's the second time this session I've, like... I mean, I'm not saying I'm, like, that good at hand reading, because that's, like, it just happens to be that 2 times in a row the hand I guess is exactly what they have. I'm not saying that that's, like, that I'm any good at that or anything. Not saying that I'm, like, clairvoyant or anything. But it is kind of freaky, though. I mean, that's actually just the hand I hoped he had. It worked out, because I think he might fold that if I just shove. Not necessarily, but I think it's more likely he folds if I shove. So we get called with our 9s, that's good. And we run into the juggernaut of 3s, and we hold. That's good. Probably just leave this table. Let's do a little refreshing here. I'm not going to call here. I'm just going to fold. I mean, we're in the big blind. I have reverse implied odds. I don't have anything else to go with my 5-7. This guy's pretty tight. I think we just fold here. This is a really good hand to snap off a bluff with, but... I think we bet this to get him off like ace highs. Alright, this guy is that same guy that had 7-4 earlier. I think I'm going to put in the queen suited versus him. He just looks kind of, I mean, that's definitely a maniacish type play. If he's got me beat, whatever. I've got 33% equity. Ouch, 2 calls. This could be good, could be bad. Oh, kings. I need an ace or a 3 here. Well, I hit a queen. At least I beat this guy. Not that it helps me. Um, that's really unfortunate. This guy just happened to limp kings. Because I got it in really good versus this guy. So this is 2 stacks up here. But I get 7s on this hand. He may be on tilt. Ah. That's another fish, though. I think I could just look like I'm on tilt and ship. Maybe this guy calls me light. It's a little lighter than I normally would shove here, but I think with the dynamic the way it is, hopefully I just don't run into an unlucky hand here. I think with this guy's likelihood of calling light now, I think I can do it. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're screwed. I'm fine with the play still. I mean, we're just running into kings and then queens. Nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. So down 3 buy-ins on this table. Yuck. So we're just going to ISO this guy. We're just going to get back to our normal game and just play it like it never happened. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Wow. We're going to try and get him to do something here. Now I'm going to do a weird big bet on the turn. Okay. Wait a second. I shoved this. I think I just have to check, get it in here. I meant to be all in pre-flop, so I think I just have to put the rest in now and try to get him called by ace high. How in the hell does he have that hand? How the hell does he have that hand? I mean, I guess he maybe calls if I shove. I mean, I shoved this pre-flop, and yet now I look down and I'm still not all in, so I guess I misclicked or something. But he's still going to miss with that most of the time, and a lot of times he's just going to bet ace high and we're going to get it in good, or he's going to fold, so I'm fine with it. But we're kind of getting boned here in the last few hands. Good thing we won the couple big pots earlier, or we'd be down heavily in this session. Yeah. Kind of frustrating. If we just win that one hand on that, when we sit down against that 7-4, we leave. I mean, hell, that's a huge swing in our bankroll, if you think about it. I mean, if we win that first one, we leave $15 up or more. Instead of being $45 down, I mean, that's a $60 swing just by him hitting that flush on this table. That's kind of what happened on our last downswing, remember? Not saying this is a downswing, because I don't think we're down that much this session, but still kind of like eerily similar. Yeah, we're going to stay here. We've got 2 whales to our right. We're not leaving here. That would be stupid. I mean, it's a pretty big... I mean, I guess we're deep enough now in our bankroll. We'll stay with $21. I mean, we're almost 100 now, so... I think we can justify staying with 21 if we're about to be playing $30 buy-in. Man, I just can't get a table. So, I mentioned it earlier, but some of you weren't here, that I will be playing tonight the free roll. I'm 90% sure, unless my wife comes up with a reason for me not to. I'm planning to play the free roll tonight at 9 p.m. my time. That's exactly 5 hours from now. If you wanted to join me, I'm going to play about 3 other tournaments as well. We're going to take some shots and try to get some rapid development in our bankroll. Yeah. So if you're welcome to join me and let's have some fun. This guy's really tight. I'm going to open any 2 here. I'll fold that. Here comes the jack. Nope. Guy just reposted. This guy's still down $29. Did he reload? Because I thought he was that like, wasn't he at like $15 when I sat down? I'm gonna limp. Play a 5-way pot with these two players. Man, why couldn't I hit like spade draw there? I'm just gonna check back my showdown value. I mean, fours, fives, and diamonds are still in people's ranges here, so I have to be careful. I think I could definitely get value from worse now, so I'm gonna bet pretty big here because these guys are gonna call with just diamonds here, or maybe even a worse 10. Well, definitely a worse 10. So I have to bet pretty big there. This guy ISOs. I think he does it light. I only have, well, do I just call here or shove? This guy is likely to have a stronger range. It's pretty strong range. I'm just going to stick it in with my 46 big blinds versus this whale. I'm just going to call. I think I can call with this hand in a 4-way. Okay, we get in versus Jack. No, don't lose this one. Please don't lose this one. Oh my god, no. No. Oh man. Oh my god. That's so painful, man. So painful. So painful. So we're down, what, $60 on this table now? Very frustrating. Man, this is like the dream spot here too, you know? Down $60 on one frickin' table, man. I mean, when you think about that, though, how bad have we run on this table? I'm down basically one full buy-in. I'm basically down just over 100 big blinds. So imagine running this bad with a full stack. I'm going to open this just because I have this guy. I think it's okay when you have a 3-way pot with a high suited, or I'm sorry, a high connector like this. Oh, wow. Okay, so we fold now. See, I guess I'll fold. Here comes 998 on the flop. Okay. Definitely ice. This guy's 37-16. I think we can still ISO. I think he's going to have small pairs here. Although my stack's a little small to do this. Hope this guy has a 10. That's good for us. Not that it matters. I mean, this guy can't bust him anyway. This guy opens or limps. Blind versus blind. It's going in. I'm going to keep pounding, man. We can't. I mean, they're all plus EV spots, so this is all plus EV spots. I mean, I just have to keep taking them. I mean, we'll rebuild. If we lose a few more stacks against him, we're gonna rebuild. I mean, our EV line's doing this really against this guy. Okay. I'm gonna check full. This guy's passive. Post flop. Yeah, this strategy is definitely a lot better anonymous. Just because when people sit down well, when people see a short stack sit down, they're instantly gonna think he's a fish and play accordingly. And if I know that all the regs are treating me like a fish, I have a read that they don't have. Does that make sense? So, yeah. I don't think I have to explain that any more than that. And having a fishy image is actually really advantageous. People stack against you lighter because they think you're going to be stacking light because you're a fish. So it's really advantageous to this guy. Reverse implied odds. Not really a good price with dirty outs. I think I'll fold. I'd rather call there with just a 6x hand. Look at this. Went to showdown and won. 0 out of 4. And they're all full stacks. Okay, let's get some run good here. I think this is a fold here versus a 75-13. Probably going to be opening pretty tight. What did I have here? I guess it doesn't matter. I'm folded, so. Was it threes? Fours. It was fours. My short-term memory is pretty bad. Once I fold, I tend to forget. Yeah, a 4. I think against this guy, we have to peel one street. Although he's been pretty passive so far. But I think the benefit of turning like a 2 or a 4 there, where we're just getting the stack in every single time against that guy, is worth it. So I think his entire betting range is going in on the turn. So I think we had the good enough implied odds there to do that. But we can't spike anything like this guy is. Man. I think we can defend this. It's a good spot to check raise, I think. I don't think he has necessarily a ton of aces in his range. So we'll just make 250. And he folds everything here, I think, that isn't an ace X hand. If he has an ace, it goes in. If he has no ace, he folds, right? Unless he has like kings and gets stubborn. But that's a small part of his range. Take our showdown value here. Yeah, he's not going to fold that. Wow, he flopped a monster. This guy's tight. We'll open 100% versus him. I've lost like 8 buy-ins on one table before, so this is nothing. Hopefully we don't get there this session. I don't want to get there. This guy's aggro enough we might be able to just shove here. Well, now we fold. Wow, $4. Well, you know he does this with king, queen. I think we're a little light here. I don't know, ace 3 suited, we might put it in. This guy's kind of a maniac. He's betting 8x, so I don't know. I think his range is slightly ahead of ours when he does that, though. Welcome to those just joining the stream. Come on, don't sit out. Don't you sit out. No, no, no! Oh no. I mean, we still got this guy. It's worth staying on the table, but... Or maybe I'm lagged here. Oh, he posted. Okay. I was a little lagged there, I think. And I don't want to leave this guy to leave. Look at this. 3 fish. 85 VPIP, 53, and 64. You don't find tables better than this? I will stay on this table till I'm at 800 big blinds if I can. That'd be a good problem to have, wouldn't it? I like our min rates here. Sets up a good multi-way spot sometimes. It also sets up a good c-bet. Profitable c-bet no matter what flop comes. We're certainly going to have the best hand here most of the time. We'll bet it accordingly. We're protecting. We're getting value from 5x. We're basically, yeah, I mean, even like 3x sometimes. I think this guy's going to have a jack sometimes, but I think he's also going to have hands we beat. And we have some equity now, more equity. So I think we just bet again. He's unlikely to have a 4 here, but can we get value from anything? I don't think we can get value from anything. Wow, this is a rare time. I think I'll check back a set. Yeah, we couldn't get value from that, but he did have the 5x. We were good anyways. We didn't need a set. I was pretty confident sometimes we were good there, so it's fine. It's fine. This guy's really passive. This guy's kind of aggro. I think we just call probably here. It's a tricky little spot here after a min raise. So I think he min raises kings and aces a lot. Maybe queens. I think we just got to bet pretty big here. I mean, it's really an easy fold if he raises us now. I think. So I think just ace king, aces kings now raises, and everything else just folds. So maybe queens. Yeah, I'm folding. What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? That's so weird. How can he raise there? Okay, whatever. I mean, sometimes that shit happens. There's nothing you can do when people play crazy. Nothing you can do when people play crazy. I hope this guy limps because it's going in. ISO and I'll put it in. Okay, yeah, going in. Ah, that's the easiest shove all day right there. This guy's been doing crazy stuff. And he's not... Oh, no. This guy's call does not please me here. We're done with... We're lost another stack here. Oh, we were ahead. God, we were ahead of this guy. Another fish to our left. 4 fish on this table. We can't beat them in an all-in. This guy hit us straight, too. Holy crap. So sick. Man, that was a 3-way all-in, too. That was our chance to get some money back. Triple up. I'm pretty sure we had the best pre-flop hand and the best flop hand, because this guy's not folding any piece of that board. Yeah, I'm frustrated for sure right now, and this is a good spot to shove. I don't think I've lost 5 buy-ins on a table yet in this challenge. I'm so far ahead of this guy's range. But he's giving me such a shit price. It's only 5x, and I have this guy in the hand, so I can eat any piece of this board. I just always get my money all in, right? I mean, I think I have to stack versus this guy. Don't know. Jesus. I think I have to stack. This guy's so crazy. Okay, we win, right? We win, right? We win? Okay. We got a stack back. I love these tables. I just wish I could win more on them. I think now we go a little more small ball against this guy. Try to hit like a cooler against him. But we're definitely not leaving. Okay, that's pretty aggro. I'm just going to shove. Plays a lot easier. Even though I know I'm ahead when it gets all in. A lot of the time. It's just a low variance play. And I think maybe the hand that doesn't flop that well is probably better either to limp or shove, not to do a standard raise. I think it really doesn't matter, honestly. I think we can get called by worse a lot more often if I shove, though. Against that player type. You got to mix it up. I mean, also that adds to my crazy image that I want to have. That fishy, crazy image. I'm shoving, you know? Blind versus blind. What is this, a tournament? That's what people will kind of think, and they'll get frustrated, and they'll play against you. They'll adjust. They'll misadjust, I guess. And every time we have king queen, it's this flop. It's the same exact flop, the 8-7 bullshit flop. Okay, we check fold. This guy's so aggro, it doesn't really matter what we do because he's betting. Wow, he checked. He's 12 aggression vector. This must be a small sample. 39 hands. Now what do we do when we have a king? Man, has this got to be like the nuts here? What else is he going to check back? You know? I guess we bet fold. We have the jacks. This may not be a good table anyway. Of course, any table's good when you have jacks, right? It's a really plus EV spot here. 8x. Oh, just a call. How about a 6-7-8 flop? Ooh, how about that flop? Start building a pot. How about a 5 on the turn? I guess we'll check call now. I mean, he's got some spade draws. Let's go for value on the river. Okay, small little pot. I mean, we'll take it. He probably just has air there a lot, or a weak ace. I had to give him a chance to raise the flop, though, with a flush draw or an ace. Yeah, that sucks. He has an ace. I missed some value there for sure. I should have been betting that turn. But I don't think an ace is in his entire range there. Shove this. Is good plus EV spot. Another one here. Did we double up on the bottom right and I didn't see it? What did we have? What happened? Did we want to flip? Did we get it in dominating? Like we are here? Well, we're not dominating, but we're ahead. Deuce! That works. So let's see what happened over here. Okay, we got it in versus 10s with jacks. That's sweet. Get a little bit more money back. So, you know, we're making a little comeback here. We've gained 17, I don't know, 25 bucks back out of that 75 we were down. So now we're only down 50 technically, and we won a few big pots earlier, so we may not be down today. We may be break even or a slight loser or slight winner. How sick could this session have been if we just run good on this table? I mean, we could be up 100 today easily already. Easily. This could have been a session for the ages. We'll save that session for when we hit high stakes. That's that killer session that we just are up like 10 buy-ins. We'll wait till it's a $3,000 up session before we run really good. That's what we're holding out for. Yeah, it's another award-winning flop for our range. Okay. Yeah, we're giving up here. Yeah, I tried to leave that table, but then I realized I got these 3 players actually. So I'm glad that Ignition has bugged software. So we're definitely limping this because we got these 2 slightly aggressive players. This guy's probably going to ISO a ton. This guy might ISO pretty wide here on the cutoff. So very, very good chance we get ISO'd here. So we definitely want to limp ace-king. How about aces right now? Alright, this is a really plus EV spot. This is why we limp ace-king in this spot. To set this up to get called by ace-jack and king-jack, and we win. Okay, we'll take a flip. He's got like the tip top of his range, and we don't get there. Ugh. Kind of the story of the year, huh? Can't win flips. But we got what we wanted, so what are we going to do? It's out of our hands once the money goes in. We're certainly crushing his range there. I mean, he just happened to have the top of his range, so. I think he does the same thing with ace-10, ace-jack, and just puts the money in, right? King-queen, king-jack. We're not doing any shenanigans. We're going to bet for thin value, but we're not going to bluff ever in this spot. Yeah, we'll do some thin value. This guy might bluff raise sometimes. Okay, so we'll chop it. Oh, that's a chop, isn't it? I guess not. I guess the board was paired twice, so it's not a chop. Made his kicker play. We'll open that. I thought that was a chop. 350? Really? Really? I don't really want to flip with this guy for 30-something dollars. I can't call because he bet like 90x again. We'll be patient. We'll be patient. So we can check back a card like that. We have showdown value. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's folding that either, so maybe he does. But we're beating enough of his range there that we could just check back. We can actually call sometimes when he bets. Or can we? No, it was 3. There were 3 of a kind on there, so never mind. I don't think we can call. We can just hope we're good. He has queen high, maybe a king high chop. We didn't get any action with our kings here. I think we'll leave this table. Goodbye. However you pronounce your name, table. Bequade is the name of this table. Where are they getting these frickin' names from? Bequade. Anybody know what that is? I mean, most of these are sports type names. I don't know, man. This is close. I think this is slightly a defend. Barely a defend. I think that's a good check raise board with king high. think we just bet now. I think he's going to have some showdown value, but I think he folds it by the river a lot. But I think we need a couple sizable bets here to do it. So I think we're going to do that and that. And hopefully he didn't have like queen jack and now spikes a call on us. I'm pretty sure he had like 9x or like a pair there, and we'll just get him off of it. Yeah, we'll probably leave this table. We have this guy, but this guy's pounding away, and this guy's a nit. Not that that's a hugely bad situation. This guy hasn't played a hand in 2 hands. Certainly raise in a vacuum with this strong of a hand, though. We're going to have a profitable c-bet here. Most of the time. Or all the time, I mean. I just mean he's going to fold most of the time. I've got a new player here. Replace that whale, but maybe he's a whale as well. A whale as well? Whale as well? Whale as whale? Whatever. Just 3-bet and get it in. Protect our hand here. Okay. Mr. Trip Aces. Nice raise. Wish I had 4-5. This guy just is break even now. When we first got to this table, he must have lost a big pot, and then he kind of got on tilt, and that's when he won all that money from us. We've gotten a little back since, but we have to keep that in mind because maybe he won't be calling quite as loose now because maybe he feels like he got his money back and now he can tighten up. Possible. Have to keep those things in mind. So we won't be stacking off a light against him, especially with 2 buy-ins up. When we're 2 buy-ins up. Looks like there's a lot of 100 and L today. If we could have just ran good versus this guy, we'd be there right now. Oh, wow. Here he goes. Can he put in a full buy-in with like king, queen here? This guy tank raised. Wow. Is he ever folding? That's a lot of money to stick in the pot without and then fold. It's like a 4-bet sizing. Wow. And he hits. No club. No club. Okay. We want this guy to win. We always want the fish to win when it's not against us. This guy's a luck box. Man, maybe he'll go on reverse tilt now and be like he's putting it in light because he won so much money. If we can just pick up a big hand. I prefer to get it in with a strong post-flop hand versus this guy, though. I don't really want a high variance frickin' $60 pot to lose here. Can we just hit a set against him when he has, like, top pair? It's hard to do that versus this guy because he's 8xing it so much. Good for this guy on his read. I mean, he hasn't been on this table that long. But he just knew his 10s were going to be golden versus this guy right here. I think with this stack size and this dynamic, we just check shove our top pair and gut shot. I think this guy, his medium to strong range, he 7 to 8x's it. His weaker range, his weaker mid range, he like 4x's it. And his junk, he just limps. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing here. So now we just bet for value. Could have a monster here if he's tanking this long. Or he could be on the toilet or eating a sandwich. Who knows? Or he could just sit out. Oh. Oh. I don't think this table's worth staying on now. Well, that sucks. That sucks. Don't you do it. Don't you be on tilt and raise this. Don't you do it. I just realized this dynamic here. I should have min raised, or at least min raised, maybe 4x it, because this is setting up a perfect spot for him to just blast away. I will bet if check 2 here. I do have showdown value, but it's going to be hard to realize that showdown value anyways if I check back. So I'm just going to bet, try to build a pot in case a 6 comes. Whatever. Or an ace. Maybe even a 9. Get value with a 9. Some thin value. Thanks for joining us, you guys that just joined. Bet time. I don't expect to get a lot of folds a lot of the time here, but often enough that I think in a vacuum it's still profitable at face value here. I'm going to leave with my nutty gut shot here. Now my buddy's gone and I got frickin' queens. Oh, that's so frustrating. I waited and I waited and I waited. I have to watch out for this guy. This guy's pretty tight. His first 3-bet in 26 hands. I can't fold. I mean, I would be putting in 30 big blinds, but I think that would be a little irresponsible here. I'm just going to call, maybe lead. This is like a bet fold here, I think. But I think ace high might continue one straight. But I think he only raises with like ace king of clubs and like kings plus. So I think that's fine. I think I have to bet fold now on the turn. I like the way I played that. I mean, that's just pretty standard, I think. I think we're beat there. I mean, he could definitely have jacks and play it the same way. But I mean, I think that's a smaller part of his range that we shouldn't be too concerned with folding the best hand there. It's just kind of the price you pay for having 60 big blinds. All right, so let's see if we can fill in our table of the year. That was definitely the table of the challenge. That's the best table I've had. 4 fish at one time, 2 of them being like whales. So those tables are so few and far between, and it just really sucks that I finally pick up a table that good and I lose my ass on it. Live and learn. I just wish I could play that table over and over and over again today. Back in 2011 and 12 on here in Bovada, I mean, there were tons of tables, even at like 200 NL, just like that one. Miss those days. A lot more drunks. Of course, I was playing nights then, and we're just going to see that a lot more. I think this can be... I think this guy's... I think against under the gun. Hijack, I might shove this in this dynamic, but I think I can call in a multi-way. Set would have been sweet. We haven't had any easy ones, have we? I'd like to get a couple easy ones today. I mean, I guess we had the jacks versus tens. Damn it. Okay, we'll be patient. I think I can call him in raise on the button here and play a pot, especially if this guy calls and he folds. Didn't want him to fold. So we have a gut shot and a backdoor royal flush. We're definitely calling one street here unless he like bets $3 or something. Could probably just fold then. I think just a standard $1.50, $2 bet we're going to float. That's a really good card in the sense that I think he's going to check and we get a free card sometimes. We could also win if an ace comes off and he has like pocket eights here. I don't think we bet the king because I don't think we want to just blast away. I'm not even 100% sure he folds. So I think he's just going to have an ace here a lot. Otherwise, we have 2 pair 4s and kings. So if you, I think we're chopping a lot here. I don't think we're getting him off like fives though, honestly. I think we just have to check back and hope we're chopping. So we are. Yeah, I mean, now that I think about it, should I just be getting him off a chop? Should I bet like $1.50 to get him off a chop? No, I don't think so. I think he calls there. People don't fold for chops on at this stake, so I don't know. I don't know. I should just be happy I'm chopping, right? I don't know the maths on that one. I just think he's going to show me like ace 10 a lot when I, or like pocket fives when I bet. Not able to process my attempt, you bastards. Um, yeah, I probably shouldn't be on this table. Man, this eye itches. Oh, it's annoying. Got a warm day today. Maybe it's some allergies creeping up on me. I'm in the Carolinas, so there's lots of pollen. Although all the trees are bare right now, so I don't know. So we got about, I guess it's 4:40. I started a little late. I'll play 15 more minutes or so. I got some paperwork to do, and I'll be back playing again at 7 anyway, right? Or not 7, 9 o'clock, I'm sorry. And if you're just joining or didn't hear, I'm playing a free roll tonight at 9 o'clock my time. That's about 4 hours and 20 minutes from now. I'm also going to play 2 or 3, maybe 4 tournaments that I'm rolled for, that I have 100 buy-ins for. Kind of as a shot, but I'm rolled for them as well. So, we just happened to bank one of these tournaments tonight and could do wonders for our bankroll progress. That would be nice, right? Bank like a $400 tournament and be well into 200 or I'm sorry, 100 NL. But just doing it for fun, no expectations. If I don't cash in even one of them, whatever. Still going to be fun. Be a nice change of speed. I haven't played an MTT in quite a while. Pretty sure I'm at least a favorite in the free roll. Probably a favorite in all the low buy-ins as well, I would think. I would imagine my ROI should be like, I don't know, 200% or something in an MTT on this site at that stake. Maybe more, maybe a little less. I don't know. What's a good ROI in tournaments? 100% for a good player in higher buy-ins. So I guess if that's the case in a micro buy-in, I should be 200%, right? I guess that doesn't even matter, right? Because when am I ever going to get to the long term in an MTT to know what my ROI is? So it's kind of pointless to even talk about it. I mean, if it wasn't such a time sink, I would love to play tournaments. So I guess this table's kind of crappy. So we'll exit stage left this time. Got some mail today. I went ahead and bought Valentine's Day gifts for my wife and my 3 kids. And I think most of them came already. Some more came. I know what this one is. My kids, I have girls, so the oldest one is 10. So they're into Shopkins and Trolls now that the Troll movie's out. But there's these certain Shopkins I better not talk too loud because they might be out there. Um, there's a certain rare Shopkins, I guess from season 1, whatever that means. It's season 6 or 7 now. It's their favorite Shopkins, and they've been wanting them for a long time, and you just can't really get them anymore. So I found them on eBay. And used some of my poker winnings to buy them Shopkins. I think this is the one. This is the rare one. This is what my middle kid wants. I'm going to repackage this, so I can definitely get value from worse here. I'm just going to bet any pair ace high is going to call here. Unfortunately, it just doesn't happen. Wow, 2 hands in a row. Guess we raise again, keep up the aggression. Wow, did we just win that pre-flop? I'm getting off this table. What the? That stupid bug! If you don't know what I'm talking about, if it's like just about to post, like a few seconds away, and you click sit out next big blind, it'll still post you within like 5 seconds. So you have to unclick that to keep it from posting. But it does it every freaking time. You can't beat you can't beat it. You can't get right ahead of the whatever. Tie does not go to the player, let's put it that way. And it's just because I think everything's server side now, since they made the changes on Bovada. I guess it's anti-botting or whatever, which I'm fine with, but it's definitely caused a lot of problems with lag. You'll see that 97% or whatever come up, where it just takes forever to get on a table. Yeah. Takes some getting used to, and definitely things aren't as efficient as they used to. There's a lot more crashes. And of course that sitting out issue is something as well. So what the hell? I know what this is, but I'm going to repackage it anyway. I want to make sure that I got what I was wanting to get. I think in a vacuum we can call in this spot. This guy might be a fish. I'm certainly calling the button. Wow. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Can't get this damn thing open. Just gonna tear it. I'm gonna repackage it like I said anyway. It is exactly what I thought it would be. And it looks good. It actually looks like it's in like new shape. Can you see that? That is lippy lips. My middle daughter's been wanting this forever. It's season 1. Like 15 frickin' bucks though. But it's worth it. It's a Valentine's Day gift. It'll make her happy. So I'll repackage that earlier if I can. I mean earlier. I'll repackage that later when I'm off of here. So this is a shove. And this will be a limp, I think. Unless this guy opens. Or limps. I better uncheck that because if he limps by chance. So we got a flip here. Deuce, please. I'll take a win. And we'll limp this. Okay, got what we wanted. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the arse again. I may just go ahead and call this session. Yeah, I'm going to do it because I don't want to load new tables. And I got to do these presents here. I got to get them packaged away and hidden. Anyway, We've been playing over an hour and a half, so it's fine. It was fun while it lasted. I'm afraid to look at my bankroll. Ugh. I mean, we started at, I think, 662, if I remember correctly. If we could just be only if we could be above 620, I'm gonna be okay with it. Down $3. Okay. I will take that. That is a win. That is an awesome situation. Okay. So we dropped $75 on one table at one time, and we're still only 3. Imagine if we just won that first hand on that table. So we ended up leaving that table like down 60. So if we win 15 instead, add 75 to this. So that puts us at 35, 34, 734. We'd be $16 away from moving up to 100 NL if we just win that ace. What was it? Aces versus 7-4 suited. Oh, oh. So we had 80% chance of almost being at a 100 NL today. Or hell, just win that double up when we had $23 at $46 pot with ace king versus jack 9. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. It's not a big deal. But I just want to remind everybody we will be playing at 9 o'clock. That is just a little bit over 4 hours from now. So unless something comes up and I can't do it, I'm going to at least play that free roll, and then we will play a few other tournaments as well while we're doing it. So it should be fun. But thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully we'll see some of you later. Thanks.